Hi guys, welcome to Wiki Movie Channel, and this is the top 10 great thrillers with an unexpected finale. The selection will include several fairly well-known films, as well as several films that you have probably missed. We also advise you to look at the previous tops on this topic. We will leave the link in the descriptions below. So, let's not waste any time and begin! Hide and Seek. In the family of psychologist David Colway, a misfortune occurs. His wife, Allison, committed a suicide. Their 9-year-old daughter, Emily, withdraws, and after that, David and the girl moved to a quiet provincial town. The suicide of her mother had a strong impact on Emily. She didn't want to make friends, and in general, began to shun people. Over time, the girl has a fictional friend, Charlie. However, David soon realizes that the fictional Charlie is not so harmless. A thriller with the elements of horror, the movie is full of eerie and frightening events that will keep the viewer in suspense till the very end. 10th place, Hide and Seek. The Awakening. 1921. The First World War is over. Suppressed by the loss of relatives and friends, people rushed into arms of various charlatans, psychics and mediums. Florence wrote a popular book in which she exposed fraudsters using scientific theories. In addition, she literally was engaged in catching the cheaters by the hand. However, she was asked by history teacher Robert to visit a boys' boarding school and deal with the ghost living there. She was confronted with her own supernatural memories. The movie combines genres such as mystical thriller, drama, and horror. Interesting, frightening movie with a dark and depressing atmosphere. 9th place, The Awakening. Red Lights. Scientist skeptics Margaret Matheson and Tom Barkley are engaged in exposing charlatans. The study of the paranormal brings them together with a long-time adversary of Dr. Matheson, a man named Silver. Announcing his return, Silver speaks to the public for the first time in years. People who knew the psychic didn't forget that shortly before the Silver's voluntary departure from the stage, the main critic of his activity died a mysterious death. This is a mystical thriller with elements of detective story. The intrigue is skillfully maintained right up to the very end. It will not be easy for the viewer to understand the intricacies of the plot and predict the outcome, and therefore the movie is perfect for fans of the genre. 8th place, Red Lights. The Great Hypnotist. A successful psychotherapist brilliantly masters the techniques of hypnosis, helping people find the root of their problems, but the new patient is not as simple as seems at first glance. The girl assures that she sees the spirits of dead people. Of course, the pragmatic doctor is skeptical about this statement and wants to use hypnosis to reveal its secrets, comparing each element of the dream like a piece of a puzzle. But the closer he gets to the mysterious death of the patient's husband, the more strange visions he begins to see. An atmospheric thriller with a truly unpredictable outcome. There are a couple of illogical actions in it, but if you close your eyes to a small nuances, you will definitely remain under a pleasant impression. 7th place, The Great Hypnotist. The Number 23. Animal Control Officer Walter Sparrow reads the mysterious novel Number 23, which his wife gave him for his birthday. As a result, Walter's quiet and calm life turns into unbearable torment, which can lead both him and those who close to him to a saddest end. Against the background of striking coincidences, he slowly but surely becomes obsessed with the book and the number 23. The movie is worth watching, because this is just one of those experiments where the actor departed from the usual comical roles. This is a mystical thriller with elements of detective story, where Carrie played a man suffering from paranoia. 6th place, The Number 23. The Girl on a Train. Every day, Rachel takes the train past the beautiful house of perfect couple in love. At least it seems like that from the outside. Rachel watches them with envy, but one day the idol of the couple is destroyed. The strangers disappeared without a trace, and Rachel decides to get to the bottom of the truth. With her suspicions about what happened, she goes to the police, but her help unexpectedly comes out sideways. The movie is based on a novel of the same name, which became a world bestseller several years ago. This is a psychological thriller, in which there is a place for a deep inner drama of the main character as well as a detective investigation. 5th place, The Girl on the Train. Time lapse. Finn, Callie, and Jasper are friends who live in the same suburban apartment complex. Finn works as an apartment manager, Callie is a temporary forced to work as a waitress, and Jasper trades in betting on the sweepstakes. One day, their daily routine dramatically changes. In the house of a scientist neighbor, friends find a strange invention, a car that every day at 8 p.m. takes a photo of a living room through the opposite window. This picture shows that will happen tomorrow. Guys begin to use knowledge about the future for their own purposes, but only new photographs are increasingly discouraging and frightening friends. The movie was shot without a large budget and was appreciated at many festivals as well as on various movie resources. 4th place, Time lapse. The Pledge. Murder detective Jerry Black retires. However, on the last working day, the corpse of an 8-year-old girl is found in the mountains. Jerry drives to the scene of a crime and then he takes the heavy burden of informing the parents that their child was killed. The girl's mother demands from Black a promise to find the killer, and Jerry gives it, not imagining yet that this promise will change his life forever. The movie is divided into several genres. At the beginning, it appears as real thriller, but soon it radically changes direction towards drama, cruel and merciless. But the detective component is maintained through the entire tape. If you are looking for creepy thriller with a twisted plot, that this film will seem boring and drawn out to you. But if you want to enjoy the great acting against the backdrop of dramatic story, then this movie is for you. 3rd place, The Pledge. Marrowbone. 1969. A single mother with 4 children moves from England to America, running from the psychopathic husband. Soon, the woman gets sick and dies, and that puts her children in an extremely dangerous situation. If they report the death of their mother, they will be taken to an orphanage. The only way out is to hold out until the oldest of them, Jack, will turn 21, and then he will be able to arrange custody of his younger brothers and sisters. But their forced seclusions in dangerous external events. An atmospheric thriller with an admixture of horror. In some places it can even scare. But intrigue is maintained until the very end, and actually only the unexpected finale will give you an answers. 2nd place, Marrowbone. Arlington Road. Michael Faraday is a teacher of American history, single-handedly raising his son after the tragic death of his wife, who worked for the FBI. By coincidence, Faraday rescues the son of his neighbors. This brings them very close and makes them almost the best friends. However, soon, the good neighbor begins to arouse suspicion in Michael. After Faraday catches a neighbor several times on petty lies, he decides to find out everything about him. And his discoveries are much more terrifying than he could have imagined. Would definitely advise you to watch this unfairly deprived of attention movie. This is a great psychological thriller with a powerful acting, a twisted plot, and shocking finale. 1st place, Arlington Road. Well, this is it. Thanks for watching. Share your movie impressions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and put the big thumbs up. See you. Bye.